a good condition. I'm Fitri Kartika Dewi from 6G class. Now I would like to present my material about reading skill integrated with grammar. Okay, now let's get started. So I would like to start the presentation by explaining what reading skill is. According to debate 2006 cited in Uganda 2016, one of the most important skills in the quest to master English as a foreign language is a reading skill. Reading skill is a fundamental skill for learners, not just for learning, but for life. In the learning process, mastery of reading skill is the main goal as a communicative tool for students in using the target language. Uganda 2016 state the designing a fine, effective and useful learning that includes reading development will be different for teaching English to young learners. The characteristic possessed by each young learners will be a challenge in choosing a strategy in the teaching. Besides that, children experience as a very small world, everything about them, their families, and maybe what they do in the classroom. So to develop student reading skill, we have to choose the material that relate to real life. Based on Gleason and Retter 2009, cited in Uibu and Liver 2015, grammar is a set of rules of language in the form and structure of a sentence. Grammar is often as a difficult part of learning a language. However, teaching reading skill integrated with grammar is a good combination because young learners are able to learn the read with the right grammar. It is very good to implement in the early stage so that young learners might learn to read with the appropriate grammar as early as possible. The technique that appropriately application to the teaching reading integrated with grammar is exploration, explanation, and expressing. Why exploration, explanation, and expressing strategy are the suitable technique to teach reading skill? Because this strategy that use feature text as the teaching media. Based on Ratmeningsih 2019 state that this strategy was designed in an interactive term that provide corrective feedback from the teacher. In implementation procedure, there are 3 steps provided. They are exploration, explanation, and expressing. According to Ratmeningsih 2019, exploration is the first step of the teaching implementation that include inductive learning process for the student led by the teacher. And explanation is the second step where the student gain more information through any result before explained and confirmed by the teacher. And the expression is the third step that has 2 major points. According to Ratmeningsih 2019 mentioned that in this step the teacher will give the example of the grammar used in a daily communication. Then the student direct to produce grammar used in a daily communication as what they have learned about. Alright, now I will give the example of implementation of reading skill integrated with grammar using exploration, explanation, and expressing strategy. So, I used the material of healthy food. For the opening activity, as usual, the teacher greet the student by saying good morning, and they lead pray and check attendance, and the teacher give a stimulus related to the material by giving a story about healthy food. And the next, for the main activity, the teacher divide student into 4 or 5 groups, and then the teacher provides a dialogue text that integrated the grammar rules relating to the material. Furthermore, The teacher gives a student a worksheet that contains a grammatical pattern related to what the student have read previously and match their place in the box. Like a carrot are matched with healthy food, and then a burger are matched with junk food, and then student instruction to find grammar related pattern. Student can use result from a textbook or other source to gain further reference of knowledge and information relating to the instruction. And then the teacher assists student in the learning process. After finishing the student working on the worksheet, the teacher instructed student to present their answer worksheet by reading their complete sentence. And then the student and the teacher discuss the answer worksheet together. Throughout the worksheet given, the teacher gives the example of the grammar use of healthy food topic. And then the teacher clarifies and explains the tense based on the text. And for last, for the closure activity, the teacher checks for student understanding by giving the challenge to write a sentence by applying grammar that has been learned. After that, the teacher asks students about what they have learned and re-explaining the material that has been taught. And at the end of activity, the teacher closes the lesson by praying and saying goodbye. Alright, that's all about what is reading skill integrated with grammar and why and how to application in the classroom. That's all from me. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.